Welcome to today's tutorial, you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about 4C hair types, the proper products to use, proper maintenance, proper styling. Stay tuned, I'm really excited. Basically, that's just describing the texture of the curl. So the natural hair curl is just on a scale of you have 1 being straight, 2 is wavy, 3 is more of a kinkier curly, and then you have curly, then you have kinky curly, and then you have a coily or a kinky texture. So it's just ranging the scale as far as a wave, a curl, a coil. You know, it just range of curl patterns. That's basically all that we're looking at when I say 4C. Now, mind you, 4C hair types, it's actually very common for women that have naturally curly hair to have more than one type of curl. So a lot of 4C clients may also see in some areas that they have a 4B or a 4A. So that's very common. Some women have multiple curl patterns in their hair. It's actually quite common with naturally curly hair. But in today's tutorial, it will be geared more towards the 4C hair types. And again, some of these 4C women may actually see that their hair has a 4A and a 4B as well. Picture the hair follicle is like an oval shape. And so as the hair strand grows out from that hair follicle, depending on the size of that oval will determine the type of curl that you get. So for women that have a 4C hair texture, their oval, their hair follicle is like a flat oval. It's almost completely flat. So it's very tight, very narrow oval. So when that hair grows out from underneath that or through that oval shape, your hair follicle, those strands are going to be very tight and curl very, very closely to themselves. For women on the opposite end with more of a straight or wavy hair texture, their hair follicle is a complete perfect round oval. So again, depending on the size of the oval will determine the size of your curl pattern. You want to use a very good moisturizing shampoo and conditioner. Redken has an extreme shampoo and conditioner, which is awesome. They also have a Mega Soft, which is awesome. These are all really awesome brands for you to try. So ideally for 4C hair, you want to ramp up on that conditioner and hydration. Because this hair type has the least amount of oils that come down that hair strand, it's on the drier side. So to counteract that dryness, it's very important that you use shampoos and conditioners that are hydrating and very rich in conditioning. Secondly, your oils, 4C ladies. So you want oils that is going to help retain moisture. Heavy cream, heavy conditioners are ideal. Good oil treatments are also ideal. Anything that's going to help retain moisture is ideal for you. Hair porosity is another factor that a lot of women that they don't quite get. So the hair porosity is basically just your hair's ability to absorb moisture, absorb water. So for some women that have a very low porosity, they need to do that extra step as far as putting that plastic cap, maybe even sitting under the dryer to allow the heat to kind of open up their hair strands, to allow those conditioners to absorb into their hair. Now for some women on the other side of that who have high porosity, that's not going to be an issue for you. If anything, you may want to dial it back a little bit, because if you have high porosity hair, then your hair is just absorbing too much, and then it could be flat or dull or limp in appearance. So that's something to be mindful of too. Counteract that is using jojoba oil. Any conditioner that is very rich and thick and creamy, any buttery type of consistency is ideal. A heavy conditioner is ideal for 4C hair types. The LCO regimen, which is you apply your leave-in, you apply your cream, and then you apply your oil. So the oil, you want to do it in this order because the leave-in is going to act to moisten your hair or to dampen it and to coat your hair shaft. And then you want to apply your heavy cream or conditioner on top of that because your hair is going to absorb all of that into the hair shaft. And then lastly, your oil acts as a sealant. So after you apply your moisturizer and conditioner to your strands, you want to go in with an oil. There are so many different things that you can do. A good braid out is awesome. A good twist out is amazing. I love doing a 2-strand twist and then rocking that for a few weeks and then taking out those twists and then letting your hair just be a natural little fro. That's really cute. A braid out will give you a little bit more stretch versus a twist out. So if you want to kind of elongate your hair, I would lean more towards a good braid out, and then maybe putting some rollers on the ends to kind of give your ends a nice little curl. That would be ideal too. When I do my twist outs on my natural clients, I'll use a setting lotion as well. The setting lotion is just going to act as just that. It's just going to help set those curls, and it's going to give you a little bit of hold as well. It's better than using like a heavy gel because those take forever to dry. A good like Lotta Body is awesome, or a good foam wrap is amazing to put into your hair when you do your twist outs. And then again, that's going to act as a setting, and it's going to help keep your curls intact. You're not limited in any way in the type of style, that protective style that you want to go with. It just really depends on your lifestyle and what makes sense for you. If you're very little to low maintenance, I would do something like cornrows or box braids. If you're okay with styling your hair, curling it, you know, putting some type of maintenance into it every day, a sew-in would be really cute too for you. So again, it just really depends on your lifestyle and what your needs are as an individual. Straightening your hair 4C, ladies. So I know straightening your hair can seem like this impossible task and this long drawn out thing, but it does not have to be. Like anything with the hair, you want to prepare it for what you're about to do. That's so important. As a professional stylist, I don't do anything to the hair without preparing it for what I'm about to do. That means braiding it, that means a haircut, that means a chemical service. No matter what you're gonna do to your hair, you always want to prepare it. Same thing with straightening your hair. Extremely important to use products for thermal use. There's lots of really good ones out there. I love the Redken All Soft. Oh, it's so amazing. I almost always use that in every natural client that I'm about to give a smooth look on. The Redken All Soft shampoo and conditioner is really good hydrating. It's gonna eliminate a lot of the frizz that will maybe happen after you straighten textured hair. So again, shampoo with a really good shampoo and conditioner specifically for wearing your hair straight. And then after that, a good leave-in. Oh my goodness. So Redken, they have a line called Redken United 25. It's an amazing product. I love this product. You literally get 25 products in one. It's kind of expensive, but it is very cost effective because instead of you buying an anti-frizz, a heat protection, a detangler, you know, a moisturizer, you know, you're grabbing all these products, you know, this literally one bottle has all these products in one. So after you get your hair shampoo, conditioned, and you got your leave-in in, now it's okay to go in and do some detangling. They have the Easy Comb, which is awesome. I use Denman brush. I'm kind of old school. I still use my Denman brush. That seems to work just fine for me and my daughter's hair and most of my clients' hair as well. So always start at the ends and work your way up the hair. Once you get your hair detangled, then you want to go in and blow it out. So again, the United 25 does have heat protection in it, so you're okay to use a higher heat. Because we're trying to make your hair smooth and straight, it's okay to bump up the heat on your blow dryer a little bit. And your hair is protected because you have the heat protection in it, so it's okay. So I would go in with a good blow dryer with the comb attachment and give yourself a really good blowout. And the higher the heat, the straighter your hair will be. So give yourself a really good blowout. Because the hair texture is on the tighter side, you will need a little more heat just to get it to smooth out for you. So once you get your hair blown out nice and smooth, then you want to go in with your flat iron. For C hair, you want to take smaller subsections. Depending on how thick your hair is, I would only do about 1/4 inch subsections, meaning as you're flat ironing your hair, take very small sections and flat ironing that. You may think that this is going to take forever, but I promise you, you will see a huge difference in just the consistency of the smoothness throughout your hair. For my clients that have very thick, very kinky, like that 4C hair type, 95% of the time, my subsections are 1/4, maybe in 1/2 inch at the most, but usually they're pretty small sectioning. Again, it will take you a little bit longer, but that's okay, because thinner subsections, you're not having to pass through the hair multiple times. So because I take a very thin slice subsection, I'm only having to pass through that hair twice. I'll hit it once at the root, and then I'll hit it one more time from root to tip, and that's it. When I do my straightenings on my natural girls, I don't put anything in the hair except for that leave-in. And like I said, that leave-in has heat protection in it. It has anti-frizz, it has moisture, it has all these benefits to the hair, so I don't have to go grabbing 7, 8 to 10 products to put in the hair. I'm only using one product. Again, that United 25 is amazing. And also, I'm not overloading products in the hair. Why? Because you don't want to weigh down the hair. When the hair is when it's straightened out, you want that hair to be bouncy and you want it to move. You want it to have body. You don't want it to be weighed down with too much grease and too many products. So after the hair is smoothed out, the very last thing that I do is I use a light oil. Like when I say a light oil, like very, very little, like a couple of drops of oil in the palm of my hand, and I will rub my hands together and I will lightly brush the oil on the ends of the hair and kind of work my way up, just to add a little bit of shine and a little bit of a polished look to the flat iron. Lastly, I always mist the hair with a flexible styling spray. So Paul Mitchell, they have this amazing product that I love. It's called Flexible Styling Spray by Paul Mitchell. It also has anti-humidity properties in it as well. So after the hair is nice and polished, I put the little light oil mostly on the tips of the hair. Then I'll go ahead and mist the hair with this flexible styling spray. It's similar to a hairspray. Only difference is it's not gonna leave your hair hard and crunchy. There's no flaky residue or anything like that. And it's gonna repel the moisture in the air and actually help your style last longer, because it has anti-humidity properties in it as well, which is really awesome. So that light mist kind of just seals everything in and locks everything into place. And then when my clients leave the salon and they're out in the air, their hair isn't gonna fluff up and become this big floof, and all those hours of flat ironing aren't wasted. I love doing hair. I love what I do. I love education. It's a big part of my life, and I have a big passion for it. So my next tutorial will be covering that 3C hair type. So all you ladies out there with similar hair texture as mine, stay tuned. I have more really good information for you gals as well. Blessings.